Hi, Tanna Marshall here with your Feel Good Friday message. And today I want to talk to you about the value of slowing down and getting quiet so you can hear the guidance that is available for you. Now it's interesting. We are all so busy in our lives, especially the corporate world has taught us that you have to be going all the time, pretty much 24/7 in order to be productive and get ahead and be successful. But think about back when we were kids. Pretty much all we heard was be quiet, take a nap, sit down. And boy, when we grow up, that goes out the window. And being quiet and sitting down and taking a nap are pretty much unacceptable. Let me tell you how valuable they are. And this is something that I am always working on including in my schedule. And I can incorporate the downtime, but a lot of times my mind is just like, and even today, I feel like I need this message today because my energy is a little bit frenetic today, and I just had my coffee and I haven't had much to eat today. So I need this message for myself today as well. Now, today is a day that my mother is at daycare, so she's out of the house, someone else is taking care of her, and I'm able to have a little bit more time to myself and really take that time to slow down and focus on me and just get quiet and listen. Because what happens is we are constantly asking questions and looking for answers and solutions and stressing and striving and straining and trying to get ahead and trying to figure it out. And the answers are always there for us. And we don't allow them in because we're too busy going, blah, 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 how do I make it happen? And where is it? And what should I do next? And it's interesting, imagine if you were having a conversation with a friend and asking for their advice. Like, what do you think I should do? And what do you think about this? And do you have any guidance or advice for me? And you just kept talking. Like, what do you think? What do you think I should do? What do you think? I think I should do this. And well, I don't know if that's going to work, but maybe I'll do that. And your friend's there with a great suggestion. And they're like, and you just won't be quiet long enough to hear it. So that's exactly what's happening with the universe, your guides, your angels, your inner wisdom, your higher self. There are always answers there. There's always guidance available for you. But we're so busy, like, blah, 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 we won't shut up long enough to hear it. And it's almost like learning a different language as well. We are not used to this. We're not used to getting quiet and tuning into the messages we're receiving, because a lot of times they come as feelings. You're not always going to hear a clear voice saying, do this, go here, or talk to that person. A lot of times, most of the time, it's going to come in the form of little nudges, little gut feelings, little urges. So those are the things you want to be on the lookout for and pay attention to, and just get quiet long enough to receive them. And I actually had a great day yesterday. I had a session with my life coach, and this is something that we focused on. In addition to allowing ourselves during that downtime to just feel how we're feeling. Because if we're not feeling great, we tend to push it away or push against it. And as a trained law of attraction life coach and also being a holistic health consultant, I'm trained to help people feel better, whether it's physically and we need to make some adjustments to their eating habits or what kind of movement they are incorporating into their lives, or if it's an emotional thing. And I'm helping my clients move up the vibrational scale to feel a little better from where they are, and then a little better from there, and a little better from there. But you know what? Every once in a while, it's okay to just sit in those emotions and feel them, even if they don't feel good. Because believe it or not, they're there for a reason. So you want to listen to that too. I'll tell you a story that came from one of my coaches that I've worked with in the past, where she used to have terrible anxiety. And she just gave herself a few minutes to really focus in on that anxiety one day. And it was painful and it was uncomfortable, but she focused in on it, and she just kept allowing herself to feel it, to really immerse herself in that emotion, as unpleasant as it was. And she had a breakthrough, and she realized where that was coming from, and she was able to let it go. And she rarely ever has anxiety anymore. So there's so many elements to this idea of getting quiet and going within and listening. And I'll give you a little tip about how you can get quiet. Because, I'll share with you, for years, my meditations were very busy. I was very quiet and I could count myself down into the alpha state, but I had this whole laundry list of things. I had these affirmations, and then I had this visualization, and then I had this mantra. So I was so busy in my mind during my meditations that I wasn't allowing myself to have that quiet time of no thought. And if you've ever tried it, it's not so easy to not think, because there's always stuff on our mind. We've always got that laundry list in the back of our minds. And so there's this one exercise that I really like that's very literal, and it helps me. Hopefully it'll help you. If I have the monkey mind going on where I'm trying to meditate and I've physically gotten quiet, but I'm like, oh, I have to go to the market. No, I have to do this. Oh, I have to email that. If you've got that stuff going on all the time, that's not really productive meditation. You're not giving your mind that quiet time because you're still not allowing stuff to come in. You're just too busy with the wheels grinding. So I want you to imagine there's a hole in the back of your head and that there's a plug in it. And I want you to take that plug out. And I want you to literally imagine all the thoughts and ideas and errands and anything that's in your head, people that are just there taking up space and making noise. I want you to imagine it draining out of your mind like a pool. You've pulled that out, and just imagine, you can even imagine it's all in water and you're hearing that water down the drain kind of sound. And even just imagine all the stuff floating away and all the people going, ah! Just get it out of your mind. And as soon as it's drained out, put that plug back in. And then I like to replace it with a beautiful cloudy sky, puffy clouds and sun, or maybe a calm body of water, just something else, so all this stuff doesn't start rushing back in and making you think too much again, or making you think at all. Because this time that you have with no thought is when your whole being can be at rest and is receptive. And that's when not only do you allow ideas and inspiration to come to you, which are going to be answers to what you've been putting out there and asking and wanting and needing and desiring, this also allows things and people and experiences to flow to you. You're creating that space of being open and receptive, because the other state, you're being productive and you're pushing out and you're pushing out and you're pushing out. You want to just get quiet and be receptive. You're opening up like, oh, okay, I'm listening, I'm hearing, I'm receiving. So it's incredibly important. It's incredibly difficult for us. We're not used to it, but we can get used to it. With practice, you can incorporate this into your routine, however often it works for you. At least once a day would be awesome, even if it's just 5 minutes. You are going to feel so good. You're going to tell such a difference, and you're going to be able to hear the stuff that you've been wanting, the information that you've been seeking, the peace that you've been wanting for yourself, the guidance, the direction, the ideas. So make a commitment to yourself to do that for however long it works for you, even if it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, whatever works for you, once a day. Promise yourself you're going to try it. I love to give you little assignments for the weekend. So I want you to do this weekend. It's the weekend. Hopefully you have the weekend off and you have time to do this whenever it works for you. Just take a few minutes. And if you need to do that unplug and drain your mind exercise, do it. See how that works for you, and just try to have no thought. Sometimes it helps to imagine focusing on a flame, or you can actually have a candle in front of you and focus on the flame of the candle and just pay attention to your breathing, and literally just focus on breathing in and breathing out. Because then at least you're focused on something, and so your mind isn't going crazy. So if that helps you, and you need at least something to focus on while you're trying to get quiet, use that. So try it and see what happens. So with that, I want to wish you a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.